Hello and welcome to Voicetv Nigeria. I'm your host to the program, The Logic. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button to notify you of our future episode. This is a program that brings to bear topical issues as it relates with government policies and the citizens at large. I'm not alone on this journey as usual. I'm always together with my co-host, Mohammed Jinadu. I will do justice to some topics we're going to bring to the fore today. So once again, you're welcome. Please send your comments and we'll go forward from there. Mr. Mehmet, once again, you're welcome. So we're going to discuss three issues basically, three topics that have been making the rounds or that have been hogging the headlines lately. The first one is the arrest of two brothers who kidnapped a US citizen. Now, as much as we're going to laud the police for doing a fantastic job, but my concern is the US citizen, right? Why are we knowing this? Is it because a US citizen is involved in this issue? That's what we get to know about it.
Wow. Anyway, it's you. It's actually a class thing
Okay,
because I know before this Nigerians have been kidnapped,
exactly.
and most of them never return home.
Mhm.
And if you hear the police making briefings like this,
Okay.
because there's a US citizen involved,
Mhm.
you would expect them to do more,
Mhm.
and it should be faster when the Nigerian is involved.
Mhm.
And like you rightly said, the question we should ask again is, how did the US citizen get rescued?
Mhm.
Because I don't think from what we're hearing that the police actually rescued. We heard that the US citizens got rescued by their own, which is the US military has somehow to come and tell them. So the question is, we are having a deficit in intelligence
Mhm.
because those two young men I saw, 23, 21,
Yeah.
are actually not the leaders of that group.
Mhm.
Because from
So there are actually 15 of them.
there are 15 of them, and
Yes.
what they are not telling us is, one, the US citizens um, rescue, who made the rescue?
Mhm.
Nigerians, because it would have been a bragging right
Mhm.
if we did. It will show that yes, we probably don't have all the resources, but at least we can rescue people.
Mhm.
Or it would be a shame, on the other hand, to be swift to rescue a US citizen and you leave your own
Mhm.
to suffer in the hand of bandits. I think it's a grey area that needs to be cleared
Mhm.
because yeah, as much as one would love them, like you said,
Mhm.
it's a job they've done, but really, was it was it the police, the Nigerian police, that did the job
Mhm.
without help?
Mhm.
Because I think we have what it takes, like we always say on paper. If we did the rescue, it should be a bragging right.
Mhm.
But if we didn't, then it actually shows our inefficiency.
Mhm.
That the US had to come all the way to come and rescue their own. So there's something in the
In our backyard.
in our backyard. I'm not sure Nigerians know.
Mhm.
And if it is the US that we know, they will come like thief in the night and go. So if they are giving us these two young men as souvenirs, it's a shame. It's like taking the whole cake and giving us the crumb. So
Now is it not a sign of concern? I mean, if um, like you've rightly said, being a country, we know the insecurity situation of the country. We know how insecure the average Nigerian is right now, and a thing of class, like you said, but then it brings to bear that how can we be so um, lackluster with our people that anything can happen. Okay, now it happened to US, and you could see how intentional they are when it comes to the arrest of these persons. So the question now is, so what happens to me and you? What happens to the man that walks and we know stories of how people who have been kidnapped. Okay, let's watch the video. We'll respond to that moment.
I think
carried to a forest somewhere in Sokoto State, was successfully rescued by American Special Forces. In the aftermath of that incident, and as part of our constitutional responsibility, as part of our constitutional responsibilities of fighting crime, wherever they might have happened within the shores of our country, and also acting on very credible intelligence, police operatives from the IRT, the Force Intelligence Bureau, went after the remnants and the survivors of the syndicate that carried out that kidnap operation. After days and weeks of massive investigations, sifting through intelligence and follow-up actions by detectives, 2 male suspects, Aliyu Abdullahi, aged 21 years, and Aliyu Umoru, aged 30 years, were arrested. In the course of investigation, it was discovered that the duo were members of a 15-man gang, a strong, vicious, transnational kidnap gang that actually carried out the earlier kidnap of the American. Interestingly, in the course of investigation, it was also discovered that the surviving members of this gang, motivated by intense malice and the need to take revenge for the death of their fellow gang members, were planning massive kidnap operations targeted at security personnel and foreign nationals, both in Niger Republic and in Nigeria. The successful arrest of these 2 men has, however, clearly served the mission of disrupting and halting that very dangerous plot. There are still a few members of the gang that are currently at large, and operatives of the Nigeria Police Force are working with their Nigerian counterparts and other of our colleagues at the international level, our international partners, to ensure that the remaining members of this gang who are out there are successfully hunted down and made to face the full wrath of the law. The 2 men here will speak to you briefly.
Sunana Aliyu Umaru Sokoto. A shekarunka na? A shekara uku. Kai ɗan ina ne? Ni ɗan lokacin Ilema ne kuma ɗan Kano ne. A wani ƙasa? A jihar Sokoto, ƙasar Najeriya. Okay, a jihar Sokoto. Okay. You heard what he said? Okay, he said it's Sunaka
Ali Omar, 30 years.
Sunan shi Ali Umar shekarunka
30 years.
23 years.
23 years.
Yeah. He's from Ilela town in Sokoto State. Me yasa aka kama ka? Kidnapping. Okay, I asked him why was he arrested. He says for kidnapping. Why not for kidnapping? Bature. He said they kidnapped a white man. A ina ne kuka yi kidnapping nashi? Masalata. A ina? A Masalata. Kasan ina? Nigeria. Okay, he said they kidnapped the white man in Masalata town in Niger Republic. Who nawa ne kuka je aikin? Mu sha biyar ne. He said there are 15 of them that went for the kidnapping. Da me kuka je aikin kidnapping din? Da mashuka guda bakwai, mashin guda bakwai. He said they went with 7 motorcycles. Bindigogi nawa kuka tafi da shi? Bindigogi guda mashin da masu bindigogi mashin ba su da guda bakwai ne ba su da guda takwas ba na da wannan shi ne yana da bindiga wajen aiki na rike mishi bindiga a gama na ba shi abinci. Okay, he said the 7 guys riding the motorcycle didn't carry rifle, but remaining people carried rifle. He said they kidnapped him in the house. I know what I gave she. Village in Gandu, na making in Gandu. Okay, he said they kept him in the forest in Bangarina, Kalmalu forest in Sokoto State. And that is where they kept the white man. Shekarunka 21. Kai da ina ne? Ni dan Kalmalu. Jihar ina? Jihar Sokoto. Okay, he said his name is Ali Abdullahi. He's 21 years old. He's also from Kalmalu town in Sokoto State. Me yasa aka kama ka? He said he was arrested for kidnapping. A ina kuka yi kidnapping din? A Masalata. He said they did the kidnapping in Masalata. That is in Niger Republic. Kuna kuka je kidnapping din? Takwas ne. Dukan kuna kuka je kidnapping din? Mu takwas ne. Mun ka zo. Da mashina guda nan? Mashina guda nan kuka je da shi?
I also want
and the police too must do well to assist people to trust them because they've heard all the negative stories. But we don't want to dwell on that. We need this country to be safe for all of us, our children and our children's children. I think we just must say thank you once again to the police, but we believe you can do more.
Yes, so we believe the Nigerian police can do more. But still on insecurity problem. Recently, a youngster was arrested in Imo State for hiding a gun inside the bread. Talking about security problem in this country, we know how insecure, like I've said prior to the video we watched, with the proliferation of arms everywhere. A youngster being arrested recently. What should we do? Because we can't continue arresting people with guns and with ammunitions like that.
Uh, the funny thing is that the gun is actually a locally made gun.
Mhm.
It's a locally made gun, and it's so sad
Mhm.
that Every time you hear security vote being allotted to a state governor, what does he do with it? What does he do with it? We're not asking you to buy hillocks. We're asking you to know how to know intelligent innovations that can enhance intelligence. Look, the truth about it is the morale of the men is down. The morale of the men is down. There's no two ways about it. Look, for you, worldwide, it's technology now. Now you're not using that money in that line. You expect locally made gun not to be manufactured from your. You know these dens. Why don't you just jump on them and arrest people? Because the young man actually moved about with that gun. I'm sure he would have done one or two things with that gun. Thank God he was caught.
Let's watch the video and see.
Sugar. Well, I lose it. Don't tear it or lose it one by one. You can take that one. Where's our maker?
Don't face him with it.
What's your name? Eh? Odinakawu. Eh? Where are you coming from? Eh? From Ogole. Where is Ogole? Eh? Okigwe Road. Which local going with that one? Eh? Onimo. Is there any local going Onimo? What's their name? Undukawu. Odinakawu. Huh? Nwansu. Okay. Where are you going to? Eh? Owerri. Which area in Owerri? Eh? Ebu Road. Is that where your house is? Okay. Where you get this one from? This gun? Eh? No, like you say, I saw they give you. Not so you tell me.
No, I don't say they say give me. I say I pick up.
No, he said I saw they give you.
No, I
Okay. Put it back. Put it back. Moza.
Welcome back from that video. So, like I was saying, Mohammed, should we be worried with videos like this?
Of course, we should be. Nobody is safe. We eat bread. Nobody expects to see a gun in bread. It's not butter. And this is not just one of those moves criminals move this ammunition about. And thank God for this arrest, because who knows who is about to be assassinated with that gun, whose family will be kidnapped with that gun, or who's going to die by that gun. And the level of cultism, if you look around, it's on the increase. Armed robbery on the increase, banditry, kidnapping. It's a whole. What Nigeria is in a whole.
So right now, no part of the country is safe.
Look,
right now.
That's Imo State. So when we keep thinking from the southeast, you're saying it's up in the north. It doesn't concern me. This is one of your own. Likewise, if you go to southwest, so we all must be vigilant and come together and leave all these Christian, Muslim, faith, APC, PDP, and come together and fight this crime to the barest minimum, or else we won't be able to sleep.
Wow. So fighting the crime to its barest minimum. Then Muhammad finally, Abdurrashid Maina collapsing in court yesterday. If it's not Olisametu, is the NDDC boss. Are we having some Nollywood of some sort?
I thought I could do that was my brother Shaggy. Because it's an allegedly.
Exactly. Let's not forget that
it's an alleged case, and
okay.
I find it funny that on that premise,
Mm.
he had to faint and collapse.
Mm-hmm.
But when he moved from Nigeria to Nigeria, we never saw him collapse. He had much breath and he had energy, stamina.
Mm-hmm.
So come and answer question has become a, a platform to collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Look, judiciary needs to assist us because when things like this happen in our court, it makes it look so um, kindergarten, as if we're not serious. If people need to be cautioned, they should find a way to caution people. Don't make that place a place of drama. It's a place for serious cases. Those judges have not read all through their lives for those kind of comedy. They want serious cases to be brought before them so they can make serious pronouncements.
There's a video for that. Let's watch the video, please. Like we've seen from the video, Mohammed, I think this theatrics is becoming excessive. I funny enough, when I saw the video, I told my friend I saw this coming because second 1 minute you walk into the court unaided, the next minute you're collapsing.
Like I said, it's thank God Nollywood one of the best now in Africa, and in the world they are ranked one of the best. So I know why we have so many actors. Look, it's it's a shame that people we respect that we think should be people to take the baton of leadership doing this. I personally don't expect this from a person of Maina. He shouldn't fall to such kind of script. Be a man. Look, if you do the crime, do the time. If really, but this is an alleged case. It's not been proven. So why would you be fainting for us to gain sympathy? I don't think it makes sense. I'm sure there's a video of the point where he fell and fainted, and it's a shame that look something like
Let's
that.
watch the video. Let's watch the video.
Medical section, you can call the judge, doctor to come and check.
As I was saying, that's the man that headed the pension task force and doing this. It's too juvenile. I think it's high time we must not condone this kind of acts. Look, when it's a man that steals 10 naira, you won't see the man faint. Don't tell me because you're being asked to come and explain and you think you're a rich man, don't do this to us. You're actually insulting our intelligence. Just point blank insulting our intelligence. And like I said, the court should find a means to punish people who do this. The moment you walk into the court without issue, do not faint. If you faint, there's problem because you're insulting the Nigerian police.
Exactly. And like you said, it's a show of shame for us to be watching that on national TV or anywhere. So, in conclusion, Mohammed, in conclusion, what do you think the anti-graft agencies, EFCC, and the like should do to reduce corruption? Some persons will say it's not possible, especially in this climate, to reduce corruption to its barest minimum. But what do you think we should do so that we'll stop seeing this show of shame on
Yeah,
our public
it's
space?
actually everywhere in the world that
Yes.
nobody can crime. You just push it to the barest minimum.
Mm.
And here it is. It's really telling us a lot of deficiency in our institutions. And Once you tell the anti-graft to pursue a man of class, maybe an elite, it's been known, no matter how much it is, even if it's not proven, allegedly. Some quarters will say yes, they actually have deals. Because I don't think some of the technicalities that affect some of these cases in court are known to these people, if not that somebody opened the file and saw those technicalities open. You'll find out some lawyers don't come to court. You find people getting documented letters that they're sick, you should be allowed to fly abroad. Why would it be when we're asking you a question? And this should stop really. We must put an end to this. Nigerians must speak up and make sure these people, whoever does a crime, should face the time.
Wow. And I think that's the best place to stop. Whoever does the crime should face the time. So thank you very much for joining us. It's been an engaging conversation. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe and the bell button to notify you of our future episode. So once again, thank you very much for joining us. See you next episode. Thank you.